What's going on, Royal Reliance, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront video. Now this is a Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One DLC Heroes Deep Dive. This news comes from the EA Star Wars official website, where they went over the new heroes, their traits, and why they are so good and what they can actually be used for. So in this DLC, everybody knows by now, we have got the rebellious Jyn Erso and the brilliant director Orson Krennic, who have made the Rogue One Scarif DLC pretty enjoyable, as these new heroes are really cool to play as. EA DICE worked closely with Lucasfilm to bring two of the newest icons of the Star Wars franchise from the movie screen to Star Wars Battlefront. So first of all, we get a little bit of a description about Jyn Erso, and that she's a decisive and resourceful combatant. They really wanted her to feel strong in close combat, but also wanted her to be effective in any situation she might find herself in. She can rely on her sonic imploder to disable enemies, giving her time to rush in for a quick truncheon kill at close range, or hang back at a distance with her uniquely modifiable weapon to pick off enemies at range. Jyn's versatility makes her a new and different type of hero that they hope we will all enjoy. So her abilities, the first one we have is the rifle extension, and the developer tip for this particular ability is to use this power to avoid overheating your weapon so you can keep firing as much as you possibly can. The rifle extension does not inherit existing heat buildup from the previous configuration. The rifle extension allows you to toggle a barrel extension to your A180 blaster pistol, and this extension will transform it into a blaster rifle with a high rate of fire. This also removes the cooldown from the blaster pistol, which means you can just keep on shooting to your heart's content. The blaster pistol is very effective on distant or high health hero targets with its high damage. The rifle extension though should be used to quickly dispose of stormtroopers or any close range targets who are giving you a bit of a fight. The second ability, which we all know of, is the sonic imploder, and the developer tip for this particular ability is the motivation behind the sonic imploder is to give Jyn an opening to unleash her truncheon surge in close combat. This does work really well. I've done it a few times, but I haven't had much luck with getting kills with the sonic imploder on its own. So the sonic imploder is a multi-effect grenade that will damage, blind, and temporarily reduce the armor of Jyn's enemies. The effect varies based on distance from the grenade. Enemies close to the grenade explosion will take high damage. This could kill low health enemies. And the flash will affect enemies at a medium distance, while enemies at a long distance will have their armor reduced. The armor reduction is brand new to Star Wars Battlefront if you didn't know that, and it is one of the new features for this particular DLC release, which indicates you will either take more or less damage from enemy weapons depending on your armor rating. Other powers, such as Chewbacca's Mighty Roar or Krennic's Motivator, they can increase your armor. Jyn's final ability is Truncheon Surge, and the developer tip for this ability is that the ability paired with high charges can be devastating for the enemy team. Don't forget to have an exit strategy though, as you might be left to deal with long range enemies after your attacks. However, Jyn is a really tough character and had a bit more health than most heroes to help in her melee fight. With this ability, Jyn can strike forward in a short melee attack that can be chained together as long as she has charges available. Since this ability is dependent on charges, there is no direct cooldown restriction. Once Jyn is out of charges, she will have to gain back her 3 base charges using her trait, which is known as Truncheon Charge. They wanted to highlight Jyn's combat ability with a truncheon, so giving her a melee attack was quickly decided. Jyn's trait is known as Truncheon Charge, and the Truncheon Charge allows Jyn to passively gain charges for her Truncheon Surge. This trait will allow her to keep up in close combat for a longer time. The more charges Jyn builds up, the more enemies she can take out by chaining together high in number of Truncheon Surges. A player that can effectively time this trait with the actions of the actual ability for the Truncheon Surge will find Jyn to be a very powerful hero. So there we have it. We have a bit of a deeper dive into Jyn Erso for the Rogue One Scarif DLC pack. Let me know down in the comment section below which hero from this pack is your favourite, and if you didn't know, Star Wars Battlefront is now available in the EA Access Vault. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Aurora Alliance and be kept up to date with all things Star Wars. Other than that, may the Force be with you.